Excellencies, Justices of the International Court of Justice, colleagues from the International Cooperative Alliance, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to address you on this United Nations Day at the Peace Palace in The Hague and to offer reflections on how the International Labour Organization, through its normative function, contributes to shaping laws and practices that deliver social justice, decent work, sustainable development, and ultimately, universal and lasting peace. Peace is more than the absence of war. In 1919, Part 13 of the Treaty of Versailles, which gave the International Labour Organization its constitution, affirmed that universal and lasting peace can be established only if it is based upon social justice. Let us not forget the warning that has echoed throughout the decades. When conditions of labor are marked by deep injustice, hardship, and deprivation, affecting vast numbers of people, the resulting unrest threatens not only communities, but the peace and harmony of our world. In response to this call to action, the organization established a system of international labor standards crafted by representatives of governments, employers, and workers from around the world. These standards, adopted at the Annual International Labour Conference, create a level playing field and form a distinct body of international labour law with social justice at its core. These standards not only guide national laws and practice, they are upheld by a robust supervisory system composed of independent legal experts and tripartite bodies, ensuring accountability and progress. This is how the ILO continues to transform principles into practice and commitment into meaningful impact. Because respect for international labour standards, it's not just a legal obligation. It is a cornerstone of peace, resilience, and shared prosperity. 50 years after the Treaty of Versailles, the ILO was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1969 for creating international legislation ensuring certain norms for working conditions in every country. In his Nobel lecture on behalf of the ILO, the Director General David Morris referred to cooperatives as vital institutions that facilitate the participation of all sectors of society rather than just a privileged few, and thus contribute to building the social infrastructure of peace. So, from its inception, the ILO recognized the importance of cooperatives for social justice and peace. And this recognition was not incidental, it was foundational. Cooperatives, by their very nature, embody the values of solidarity, equity, and democratic participation that lie at the heart of the ILO's mission. By a decision of its governing body in March 1920, it established an organizational unit dedicated to the promotion of cooperatives, the predecessor of the current Cooperative Social and Solidarity Economy Unit. In justifying its establishment, the first Director General of the ILO, Albert Thomas, emphasized the significance of cooperatives to the organization mandate concerning both the condition of work and the condition of workers. It's interesting to note that the first ILO Director General was a member of the Executive Committee of the International Cooperative Alliance. So the former relations between the ILO and the International Cooperative Alliance started in 1919, and the ICA enjoys since a general consultative status with the ILO under Article 12 of the ILO Constitution. In keeping with its early recognition of cooperative as key instruments for improving the living and working conditions of both women and men, the ILO adopted Recommendation number 127 in 1966. This landmark instrument highlighted the role of cooperatives in driving economic and social development in developing countries. Recognizing the evolving context, the ILO revised its approach in 2022 with the adoption of the Promotion of Cooperatives Recommendation 193. This recommendation broadened the scope beyond developing countries, reflecting the growing relevance of cooperatives worldwide and reaffirming their importance in advancing social justice, decent work, and inclusive development. These two international labor recommendations paved the way for subsequent United Nations General Assembly resolutions on cooperative since 1968. Until now, the ILO's promotion of cooperative recommendation 193 remains the only international labor standards dedicated to cooperatives with a universal scope of application. It affirms the identity, values, and principles of cooperatives worldwide, consistent with the statement on the cooperative identity. It calls upon governments and institutions to ensure that cooperatives are treated equitably under national law, with rights and protection no less than those afforded to other enterprises. It reminds us that all workers in cooperatives are entitled to the fundamental principles and rights at work, and that cooperatives need never be used to circumvent labor laws or to obscure genuine employment relationships. The recommendation also cautions against pseudo-cooperatives that undermines workers' rights and the integrity of the cooperative model. Importantly, it does encourage collaboration among employers and workers' organizations alongside cooperative bodies to promote cooperatives as key actors in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Its consistent application in harmony with ILO conventions and recommendations ensures that cooperative legislation remains coherent with the body of international labor standards. Since its adoption, Recommendation 193 has informed national frameworks in over 120 countries. In 2022, the International Conference marked another significant milestone by adopting a resolution on decent work and the social and solidarity economy 2 decades after the adoption of Recommendation 193. This resolution introduced the first universal definition of the social and solidarity economy, offering guiding principles to address both its challenges and opportunities. It clarified the roles of government, social partners, and the International Labour Office in supporting this vital sector. Building on key ILO declaration and global initiatives, it recognized the social and solidarity economy as a powerful means to advance sustainable development, social justice, and decent work. It reaffirmed that all entities within this economy, including cooperatives, mutual societies, associations, foundations, and social enterprises, must uphold fundamental rights at work and operate in line with international labor standards and human rights. The resolution paved the way for the UN General Assembly resolutions on promoting the social and solidarity economy for sustainable development, adopted respectively in 2023 and 2024, both of which recognizing the ILO resolution and its definition of the social and solidarity economy. Today's program's event reflects the intersection of international law and cooperative legislation. Instruments adopted by the International Labour Conference, including Recommendation 193, provide authoritative reference for legislators, regulators, and representative organizations. On this United Nations Day, in this International Year of Cooperative and the International Year of Peace and Trust, and in the symbolic setting of the Peace Palace where you meet, we are reminded that the pursuit of social justice, peace, and sustainable development demands not only vision, but continuous action and unwavering commitment. Cooperatives in all their diverse forms embody this spirit. By fostering inclusive participation in economic and social life, they play a vital role in advancing democracy at work. This was reaffirmed by the ILO Director General Gilbert Hongbo in his 2025 report to the International Labour Conference. Guided by its constitutional mandate, the International Labour Office remains committed to promoting strong and resilient cooperatives and other entities within the social and solidarity economy. We do so with full respect for the diverse realities of our member states, the varying stages of development of the social and solidarity economy, and the principles enshrined in the international labor standards. This commitment includes capacity building efforts carried out in close cooperation with partners such as the International Training Center of the ILO, ensuring that cooperatives are equipped to thrive and continue meaningfully to a fairer, more peaceful and more sustainable world. The ILO is proud of its long-standing cooperation with the international cooperative alliances to advance this vision. I thank you for your kind attention and wish you inspiring deliberations.